The concept of understanding heavenly signs in everyday life involves recognizing and interpreting symbolic messages or cues that some people believe the universe or a divine power sends to guide, warn, or comfort us. These signs are often perceived as omens or synchronicities that appear in daily experiences, suggesting that there is a deeper, often spiritual, significance to seemingly mundane occurrences. In terms of significance, understanding these heavenly signs can encourage people to look beyond the surface of daily life and contemplate the interconnectedness of events and their life paths. It fosters a greater sense of awareness and mindfulness, encouraging individuals to be more present and reflective. One specific example of this concept in real life is the phenomenon of seeing repeated number sequences, such as 1111 on a clock, which many people interpret as a sign from the universe. These sequences are thought to hold specific meanings, such as affirmations that one is on the correct path or that changes are imminent. Another example is the sighting of specific animals during significant moments. For instance, seeing a dove might be interpreted as a sign of peace or a spiritual message that peace is forthcoming. These real-world applications illustrate how heavenly signs can serve as personal guides or sources of comfort. Opinions supporting the idea of heavenly signs suggest that these occurrences can be a form of communication from a higher power, encouraging introspection and providing a sense of connection to something greater than oneself. However, this concept is not without its controversies. Skeptics argue that these signs are merely coincidences, and that attributing meaning to them can be an exercise in confirmation bias, the tendency to interpret information in a way that confirms one's preconceived beliefs. Others suggest these signs could be psychological projections of one's desires or fears. Despite these challenges, understanding heavenly signs can influence other aspects of life by promoting personal growth and spirituality. When individuals perceive meaning in the signs around them, they may develop a deeper appreciation for life's complexity and develop a stronger sense of purpose and resilience. In decoding these messages, people might integrate these insights into their decision-making processes or use them as a source of inspiration and motivation. Ultimately, whether viewed as divine intervention or psychological phenomena, the interpretation of heavenly signs invites individuals to explore their beliefs and the larger world around them. The concept of historical perspectives on heavenly signs refers to the various interpretations and significances attributed to celestial events or natural phenomena across different cultures and eras. Historically, people have looked to the heavens for guidance, seeing signs, or omens, in events such as eclipses, comets, meteor showers, and planetary alignments. These occurrences were often seen as messages or divine communications that could predict or explain earthly events. Understanding historical perspectives on heavenly signs is crucial to decoding their messages in everyday life today because it provides a rich context for how humanity's relationship with the cosmos has evolved. This perspective allows us to appreciate the diverse cultural frameworks that have shaped and continue to influence our current interpretations of these signs. One notable example is Halley's Comet, which has been seen throughout history as both an omen of disaster and a harbinger of significant change. In 1066, it was famously interpreted as a sign of William the Conqueror's impending victory at the Battle of Hastings. Similarly, the Star of Bethlehem has been considered a heavenly sign for the birth of Jesus Christ, signifying divine intervention. Opinions supporting the idea that celestial events hold significant meaning are rooted in the belief that the universe is interconnected and that cosmic occurrences can mirror or influence human affairs. Many historical texts and religious doctrines reinforce these ideas, suggesting that heavenly signs are part of a larger, purposeful design. However, challenges arise when distinguishing between mere coincidences and meaningful signs. Skeptics argue that attributing too much significance to these events can lead to superstition, ignoring the scientific explanations behind them. For instance, the scientific community generally attributes comets or eclipses to predictable astronomical phenomena, rather than supernatural events. This raises a controversial dialogue between scientific reasoning and traditional beliefs. These historical interpretations also influence contemporary culture and spirituality, as people still seek cosmic guidance through astrology or interpret celestial events as reflections of deeper truths. By integrating historical perspectives, we begin to see how these heavenly signs connect to broader themes of human curiosity, our quest for meaning, and the ways we interpret the world around us. In conclusion, historical perspectives on heavenly signs enrich our understanding of the messages we seek in everyday celestial phenomena, revealing a tapestry of beliefs that continue to resonate with modern interpretations and applications. Identifying common types of heavenly signs involves recognizing patterns, symbols, or events that are perceived as messages or omens in our daily lives, often thought to be from a divine or universal source. These signs are an integral part of many cultures and belief systems, acting as a bridge between the mundane world and a more spiritual or supernatural realm. The significance of understanding these signs lies in their potential to offer guidance, insight, or reassurance to those who believe in them, influencing decisions, providing hope, or fostering a deeper connection with the universe. For instance, many people see recurring numbers such as 1111 on a clock as a sign of alignment or synchronicity, suggesting that they're on the right path or that the universe supports their current direction. Another example might include the sighting of a particular animal, which in various traditions, such as Native American spirituality, can symbolize specific traits or messages. A hawk, for example, might be interpreted as a call to gain a higher perspective or to increase one's vigilance and awareness. Support for the concept of heavenly signs comes from both anecdotal evidence and cultural traditions. Many individuals report personal stories where attention to these signs has led to beneficial outcomes or insights. Similarly, religious texts and spiritual teachings often emphasize the importance of being observant and open to messages that can guide and inspire. However, the interpretation of heavenly signs is not without challenges and controversies. Skeptics may view these signs as mere coincidences or the result of confirmation bias, where people interpret events to fit preconceived beliefs. Additionally, over-reliance on perceived signs can lead to neglect of rational decision-making processes, causing potential personal or professional dilemmas. This skepticism reflects an important alternative viewpoint. Critical thinking and intuition should ideally coexist, allowing a balanced approach to interpreting life events. The concept of heavenly signs is deeply intertwined with other aspects of decoding messages in everyday life. It invites individuals to engage more consciously with their surroundings, fostering a sense of mindfulness and awareness. By paying attention to these signs, believers cultivate a practice of reflection and interpretation that enriches their understanding of themselves and their place in the world. Overall, identifying and interpreting heavenly signs can act as a powerful tool for personal growth and spiritual exploration, enhancing one's journey through life by suggesting a connectedness to a greater, often invisible framework. Methods for interpreting hidden messages refers to the systematic approaches or techniques utilized to discern and understand the subtle signs or symbolism believed to be embedded in the ordinary occurrences of life. These methods function as a bridge, translating the seemingly mundane into messages that might guide, warn, or inspire individuals. In the context of the broader topic, heavenly signs, decoding the messages hidden in everyday life, this point is significant because it lays the foundation for understanding how individuals can perceive their environments in a more meaningful way. By developing interpretative skills, people are enabled to unlock potential insights that may influence their life choices and philosophical outlooks. One real-world example can be found in dream interpretation, where individuals analyze symbols and themes within their dreams to gain personal insights or messages about their waking life. A recurring dream about losing one's teeth could be interpreted as a sign of anxiety about losing control or dealing with significant life changes. Another instance is numerology, which involves assigning significance to numbers observed in the environment, such as repeatedly seeing the number 1111, and interpreting it as a sign of spiritual alignment or a reminder to focus on one's goals. These examples show practical applications of interpreting signs in different domains, demonstrating the breadth of this concept. Opinions supporting the relevance of interpreting hidden messages suggest that these practices enrich personal growth and introspection. By viewing life through the lens of potential symbolism, individuals foster a deeper connection with their lives and surroundings, potentially leading to spiritual enlightenment or emotional resilience. However, challenges and controversies arise concerning the subjective nature of interpretation. Critics argue that finding messages in everyday circumstances can lead to over-interpretation or unfounded superstitions, diverting individuals away from proactive decision-making. On the other hand, skeptics emphasize the importance of scientific validation and warn against attributing undue significance to random events. This concept of interpreting hidden messages influences other aspects of the main topic by providing a framework from which related themes such as intuition, spirituality, and personal growth can emerge. It also underscores the notion that meaning is often subjective, shaped by personal beliefs, and enhances the notion that a deeper understanding of one's experiences can foster transformation and awareness. By exploring these methods, individuals may better navigate their lives with curiosity and thoughtfulness.